Hey guys, welcome back to The Bright Side. Macy here, the Bright Side Girl, and today I'm going to be sharing with you a cozy Christmas holiday themed book haul. So I went a little bit wild this year. Usually this book haul is very small because I could only read so many books during the holidays, but I realized that I didn't have a lot of the newer things. A lot of the Christmas books I have are like 15 to 20 years old, which I still want to read them. I haven't been finding a lot of the newer, even in like the last 5 years worth of Christmas and holiday books. I try to read Christmas and holiday books all through December and usually parts of November as well. I like to have a large portion on hand. I have a variety of middle grade, adult. This is going to be all Christmas holiday themed books. I should have like a winter themed book haul in January, but there is a large stack because I got some last year towards the end of December from Book Outlet because they were having a sale, and I just kind of kept them in a pile so I could do this video. And you guys, Book Outlet is having a sale right now. I do have a link for like extra money off, I'm pretty sure. I'll link it down below. I'm not sponsored or anything like that, but they are having like a holiday sale, and you can get a lot of books that are not that old, like even stuff that came out earlier in the year for like $4.99, $5.99. So make sure you check out Book Outlet. I'll try and put the link down below if you haven't checked it out. And then I got some new ones because there were sales and gifts and different things. So grab a cup of coffee, sit back, and we're gonna go over all of these fun holiday books. I usually get most of my books like through library bookstores and thrifting and things like that, but I don't have the easiest time finding holiday books that way, especially like the newer ones. But I think I got the majority of these from Book Outlet or through like Target's buy two get one free, through gift cards, through Barnes & Noble and different things like that. I'm not gonna go too heavy into the synopsis because I have so many to get through, but we're just gonna dive right in. We have Talk Santa to Me, and I plan on reading this one for Jingle Bellathon. I will link the announcement video up in the cards because you will have plenty of time to jump in. We should only be like a day or two into the readathon at this point. I picked this one because it has presents on the cover, and also it's very short on audio. This is a YA rom-com. So in this one we're following Francie, short for Frankincense Wood, and she was born in a stable, an indoor-outdoor stable from her family's holiday shop in Santa School, which is also where she spent most of her Christmas loving life. Francie knows which adhesive works best on yak hair Santa beards and where to get an XXXL extra wide patent leather belt, and how to say Merry Christmas in 16 different languages. What she doesn't know is how to recover from the world's worst first kiss, and how to stay friends when her best pal goes to a different high school, and how to keep believing in Christmas miracles after the loss of the best Santa ever, her beloved Grandpa Chris. So I think we have some actual magical elements in here. I'm not sure if her family just owns like a holiday shop or if they are actually part of like the Santa Claus family, but it sounds super cute. There's a little romance in here and I'm really excited to get to it. We have Home Sweet Christmas. So this one I did find at my library bookstore. I just thought the gingerbread was so cute. This is by Susan Mallory. Until Cameron Neff can return to her real life in Chicago, she's in Wishing Tree to care for her twin sisters. She's not looking for her forever love, not here, but handsome hotel owner Jake Crane is a temptation she can't resist. So she suggests that they pair up for the holiday season. No golden rings, no broken hearts, and at his side she sees her hometown through Christmas colored eyes. So again, like an adult holiday rom-com. All of these that are romance related, from my knowledge, are going to be like clean, no spice romance or like very little spice. I personally am just not like a spicy book girly. I feel like sometimes they lack like a true plot, and also I like the actual like rom-com style romance with the cheesy activities and kind of almost Hallmark vibes, maybe a little less cheesy, but lots of Christmas cheer and just kind of wholesome goodness. So just kind of keep that in mind, that I have a lot of romance in here, but I don't think any of them are going to be spicy. Nights of Flirting by Hannah Reynolds, and this is a YA rom-com Hanukkah edition. I try to read a couple of different winter holiday themed books, and this is one that again I want to get to for the readathon. Shira Barbanel has a plan. This Hanukkah she's going to get a boyfriend, and she has the perfect candidate in mind, her great uncle's assistant Isaac. He's a reliable, brilliant, and of course super hot. The only problem, Shira is an absolute disaster when it comes to flirting. These two wind up getting snowed in together in a situation, and they have like deals to help each other with flirting, and I think it takes place over the 8 days of Hanukkah. So it sounds super cute, very like wintry and cozy, and I'm excited to check it out. All I Want for Christmas by Maggie Knox. I believe this is her second novel. This is an adult holiday rom-com. Her first one was The Holiday Swap, which was so cute. It was about twin sisters that have to trade places, and one of them is like on a baking show and one of them owns a bakery, and it had a lot of like holiday baking baking shenanigans, and I really, really liked it. And so I want to check out this second one from her. So when Sadie and Max are selected as contestants in the famed reality singing show Star Maker, each thinks they've finally gotten their big Nashville break. But then they're paired up for Duet Week and stun the world with their romantic on-stage chemistry. I love a reality show competition in all books, but especially for the holidays. This sounds super, super cute. This one was a thrifted find, and it's A Boy Called Christmas by Matt Haig. I want to eventually get the hardbacks of these. This is such a sweet holiday story. So this is basically following Santa Claus as a boy and like how he became Santa Claus. I will say that it's kind of sad at first. Like he has a very hard life. Like his dad has to leave to go do something and he doesn't return and he has to go live with his mean aunt. Really liked the story though. It's super magical and sweet, and the movie that Netflix made is really incredible. Like it is so well done. So this is a good one for the adapted category if you need one for the reading challenge for Jingle Bellathon. And I just love this sweet series. This is middle grade. One Christmas Morning by Rachel Greenlaw. This is another one I would like to get to for the readathon. This sounds so good, you guys. So I really liked Rachel Greenlaw's new release this year, which was YA, which was Compass and Blade. I read for Hikeathon. I really enjoyed it. It had like pirate treasure hunting vibes. This one I think is an adult holiday rom-com. We're following Eva. She has spent the last 3 years burying herself in her work and trying to forget the heartbreaking events of the Christmas that ripped her world apart. This year, the last thing she wants is to attend her friend's weekend-long Christmas party. But at her husband James' insistence, here they are. When Eva is overwhelmed by bittersweet memories, she tries to sneak back to London in the middle of the night, and she is visited by the ghost of her beloved grandmother. Gran tells Eva that if she doesn't face her fears head on and stop shutting out her loved ones, she will risk losing them forever. So I think we have like a little bit of like a Christmas Carol situation, time traveling situation. I love holiday books that have some kind of fun element like that, even if they're going to be a little bit more dealing with sadder topics, but it just makes it so interesting. I'm very excited to check this one out. The Holiday Switch by Tiff Marcello. So this one I read last year for Jingle Bellathon and I really enjoyed it. This is another holiday YA rom-com. We follow Leela and she is ready for the last winter break of high school. The snow in her small town of Holly, New York is plentiful. The mood is as cozy as a fuzzy Christmas sweater, and she earns extra cash working at the local inn, the setting of the greatest film of all time, Holiday by the Lake, while moonlighting as an anonymous book blogger. And then her boss's super cute but annoying nephew starts to work with her, and it kind of messes up her holiday plans. And it's very cute and very Christmassy and very bookish. Really enjoyed this one and I wanted to get a copy. Junipers Christmas by Ian Colfer. Okay, so Junipers Christmas by Ian Colfer. This is another magical looking middle grade. In Juniper Lane's world, everyone knows Santa doesn't do Christmas anymore. Juniper is still eager to celebrate Cedar Park's Santa Vigil in honor of her late father, who never stopped believing in Santa Claus. But then her mother goes missing and the park's bureaucratic director declares the vigil canceled. On the advice of her friend Duchess, Juniper seeks the help of a mysterious and grumpy woodsman who seems an awful lot like Santa Claus, but refuses to join Juniper on her mission. So just sounds like a super cute one. I love middle grade, especially at Christmas time, because it just has all the vibes you're looking for. And I've heard this one is so good. I'm dreaming of a Wyatt Christmas, another YA rom-com, another one I want to try to get to for the readathon. Noelle Partridge is known for three things: being the best ballet dancer, a top-notch babysitter, and the person with the most Christmas spirit in her small town. But lately she's bored by dance school and her friends and father are more bah humbug than deck the halls. So when her favorite babysitting clients ask her to accompany them on a ski trip over the winter break, she eagerly packs her bag. She could use the money for Beacon, an elite ballet academy that has granted her an audition. Noelle is ready to have fa la 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 fun until Wyatt, the older half-brother of her babysitting charges, decides to surprise his family for the holidays. So probably like a little hate to love romance in here. I love one set in like a ski lodge or a ski cabin, even though I don't ski. I like the vibes. Also, this is like one of the cutest covers ever. The Christmas Cafe by Eliza Evans, another one I read last year during the holiday season. I love this cover because they're all Christmas cookies and I think it's so cute and it goes so well with the book. So in this one we're following baker Sylvie West, and she works at the Christmas Cafe in Silver Bells, Wyoming. Ever since her boozy eggnog fruitcake won the town's annual holiday bake-off, her forever happy place, the cafe complements her sweet, well-ordered life with her roommates, recently widowed Gramps and her yappy chihuahua Crumpet. So when Sylvie learns the cafe might be sold, she is determined to save it the only way she can, by getting the Holiday Channel crew to set a scene at the cafe. She's even met the film's charming lead actor Royce, thanks to Crumpet's meddling. Between an unexpected acting gig, a booth at the Christmas festival, and an appearance at the Christmas parade, and a budding romance with Royce, Sylvie has a lot on her plate. This is so cute. I love the TV elements. I love the holiday movie. I love the cafe setting. There's a lot to do with baking. There's a cute friendship relationship romance in here. I love the stuff to do with her grandpa. I really enjoyed this adult rom-com. It's adorable. The Nutcracker King by Eustacia Tan. This is an indie Nutcracker retelling. I am not sure if it is adult or not. I don't know a lot about it, but I love Nutcracker retelling. I will link my Nutcracker retelling video up in the cards in case you guys haven't watched it yet. These are all of the ones that I had read up until that time. We've got another one we'll talk about in a second. So how far will you go for your happy ever after? It's been 8 years since the Nutcracker has defeated the Mouse King, and he is still a cursed doll. The Nutcracker's one desire is to break the curse, allowing him to take his rightful place as king and make Marie his queen, but nothing has worked. So this is like a sequel to the Nutcracker, and it sounds great. Christmas at Silver Falls by Jenny Hale. This is one I literally found for like 50 cents. The library book sale. Adult holiday rom-com. Ever since Scarlett Bailey was a little girl, White Oaks Inn has been at the heart of her Christmases. Each holiday, her grandmother fills the old-fashioned hotel with scents of cinnamon and chocolate. This year will be the Baileys' last Christmas there, unless Scarlett can convince Charlie Bryant, a handsome, successful property developer, to invest in her beloved inn. This one definitely has more Hallmark vibes, and I haven't read from Jenny Hale, but it looks cute. Once Upon a Royal Christmas. This one's from Hallmark Publishing, so I expect this one to be like over-the-top cheesy. We'll see how it goes. I have a very particular level of cheesiness that I like. Like, I like a lot of cheese. Still want there to be like a decent plot and like a connection to the characters, so we'll see. She pretends to be a princess at children's parties, but can she melt a real prince's frosty heart? So in this one, our main character is like a princess at parties, and she winds up running into a prince, and I think she has to like work for him and go to the castle. They probably fall in love. It's got like a grumpy sunshine trope with the prince, and yeah. We'll check it out. A Christmas Carol Murder by Heather Redmond. Now, this one is part of a series. I looked it up online. I'm getting mixed reviews on whether or not I can read them out of order. She has a whole Dickens of a Crime series. I think this is book 3. I don't think I'm going to get to it this year anyway, so I can maybe read the other books in advance. London, December 1835. Charles and Kate are out with their friends and family for a chilly night of caroling and good cheer, but their blood runs truly cold when their singing is interrupted by a body plummeting from an upper window of a house. They soon learn the dead man, his neck strangely wrapped in chains, is Jacob Harley, the business partner of the residents of the house, an unpleasant codger who owns a counting house, one Emmanuel Screws. So, kind of a Christmas Carol retelling. It looks cool. I like Victorian era books at all times of the year, but especially at the holidays. Love Light Farms by B.K. Borson, another one I read last year. Now, this one does have more spice in it. I would say a decent amount of spice, but this one was so Christmassy. I loved the characters, and I liked the plot so much that I didn't mind the extra spicy scenes. I wouldn't say this is like over the top spicy, but it's definitely a lot spicier than what I normally prefer. But everything else kind of won me over, so I wanted to get a copy of this. This is the first one in a series. I think they all follow different characters. A pasture of dead trees, a hostile takeover of the Santa barn by a family of raccoons, and a shipment have mysteriously gone missing. Love Light Farms is not the magical winter wonderland of Stella's dream. In an effort to save the tree farm she's loved since she was a kid, Stella enters a contest with an Instagram famous influencer, Evelyn St. James, with the added publicity and a $100,000 cash prize. Stella might just be able to save the farm from its financial woes. There's just one problem. To make the farm seem like a romantic destination for the holidays, she's lied on her application and said that she owns Love Light Farms with her boyfriend. Only there is no boyfriend. We have like a fake dating competition situation. I really enjoyed this one. It was very heartwarming. It was very good. Just keep in mind, a lot spicier than what I personally normally like. With Love from Cold World by Alicia Thompson. This one, again, I'm not sure on the spice level. This could be like extremely spicy. I've heard that it definitely has some spice in it, but I liked the plot so much that we're gonna try it and see how it goes. Lauren Pox is the bookkeeper for Cold World, a tourist destination that's always a winter wonderland despite being located in humid Orlando, Florida. Sure, it's ranked way below any of the other trademark amusement parks, and maybe foot traffic could be better, but it's a fun place to work even if it isn't exactly Lauren's middle name. I just liked this idea of this cold winter themed theme park, so I think this one's set around the holiday times, and it just sounds so cool. I love the cover as well, so we're gonna check it out. Meet Me Under the Mistletoe by Jenny Bayliss. I talk about this one in my December TBR as well because I love Jenny Bayliss's writing style. 12 Dates of Christmas is one of my favorite holiday books, so this is an adult holiday rom-com. Eleanor Noel, Nori for short, quite content running her secondhand bookshop in London. Forever torn between her working class upbringing and her classmates' extravagant lifestyles at the posh private school she attended on scholarship. Nori has finally figured figured out how to keep both at an equal distance. So when two of her oldest friends invite their whole gang to spend the time leading up to their wedding together at the castle near their old school, Nori must prepare herself for an emotionally complicated few days. We have a castle, we have a bookshop owner, we've got cozy Christmas vibes and a wedding, so it sounds so good. You're a Mean One, Matthew Prince by Timothy Janofsky. This is part of a series. I think you can read them out of order, but I'm going to double check. So we're following Matthew Prince, and he is young and rich and thoroughly spoiled. So what if his parents barely remember he exists and the press is totally obsessed with him? He's on top of the world, but one major PR misstep later, and Matthew is cut off and shipped away to spend the holidays in his grandparents' charming small town hellscape. Population, who cares? Bad enough that he's stuck in some festive winter wonderland. It's even worse that he has to share the space with Hector Martinez, an obnoxiously attractive local who's unimpressed with anything and everything that Matthew does. So we're supposed to have like a cute little male-male romance in here. I love the title, and yeah, it just sounds super cute. Next, the only kids book that I have, and that is A Muppet's Christmas Carol, the illustrated holiday classic. This one will work for the adapted challenge for Jingle Bellathon. Muppet's Christmas Carol is my favorite movie version of A Christmas Carol. If you're a millennial, you'll probably agree. It is so good because it has the cheesy cuteness of the Muppets, but it actually follows the Christmas Carol like original story. I think it follows it the closest of any other movie. Like, it's so good. But then it has music, the most fantastic, catchy, beautiful songs. And Michael Caine is Scrooge, and he takes it so seriously and does such a fantastic job. So if you haven't watched Muppet Christmas Carol, it is a must. But they made this book a couple years ago, and it illustrates the holiday classic. It's a kid's book, but I like kids' books at Christmas time. It is so incredibly cute. I think I got this as a present last year, so I am excited to read this and then rewatch the movie. The Kingdom of Sweets by Erica Johansson. Again, this was a Christmas gift last year. I think I read this one last year or the year before. This is somewhat newer. It came out like 1 or 2 years ago. This is a retelling of the Nutcracker. It is adult. It is very dark. I didn't fully love it, but there were things I enjoyed about it. I don't think I had read this by the time I did my Nutcracker video. This one's very dark. And there were elements that I loved, but then there were elements that just didn't fit together for me. So this was like a 3-star, and I still recommend it if you love the Nutcracker, or if you want something darker and fantasy oriented for the holidays and less rom-com-y. Light and dark. This is the cursed birthright placed on Clara and Natasha by their godfather Drosselmeyer, whose power and greed hold an entire city in his sway. Charming Clara, the favorite, grows into a life of beauty and ease, while Natasha is relegated to her sister's shadow, ignored and unloved. But Natasha seizes the opportunity for revenge on Christmas Eve when Drosselmeyer arrives at the family gala with the Nutcracker, an enchanted gift that offers entry into an alternate world, the Kingdom of Sweets. This could have been like an all-time favorite for me. It just wasn't quite there, but I still recommend it. It has a lot of good Christmassy but darker elements. It does have the Nutcracker elements in there as well, so if you love the story, I would check it out. And there's just not a ton of like fantasy-oriented Christmas books, so I'm glad I have a copy. Some Like It Cold by Elle McNoll. This is a new 2024 YA release. I got this one during Target's sale because it just looks so incredibly cute. After a long absence, Jasper Montgomery is finally visiting home for the holidays. Lake Pristine, the picturesque, tight-knit town in which she's known as the Golden Girl, welcomes her back with open arms. While she secretly intends for this to be her final Lake Pristine holiday, everyone hopes she will eventually move home again, especially Arthur Lancaster. Arthur, a budding filmmaker, is turning Lake Pristine into a small town story worthy of the big screen, but when Jasper returns, Arthur's angle is compromised by the antagonist from his high school days, a girl he's never quite forgot. Just like a cute little holiday winter rom-com, so I'm excited to check it out. Next, I have a couple unconventional type Christmas books that are gorgeous, and I'm really excited to share them with you. So my friend sent me this beautiful special edition of My True Love Gave to Me, which is an anthology that is my favorite Christmas anthology. I have a top 10 favorite holiday books video coming out, and this is on it, so stay tuned for that. This is a YA Christmas anthology that has rom-coms, fantasies, Krampus stories, Santa's daughter, magical elements, Hallmark type things. It is so good, and every story is like so different. I love it so much. So she sent me this beautiful pink copy that has like blue sprayed edges. I'm just really glad to have this in my collection because I love this anthology so much. I can't recommend it enough. And then at TJ Maxx, of all places, and I know this is available at Target and probably Barnes & Noble and stuff as well, I got this beautiful book, The Classic Tales of Christmas, and it looks like those Barnes & Noble classics. It's like leather bound, Has gold sprayed edges, beautiful in pages. I think this is only like $12 from Target right now. I found it randomly at TJ Maxx. And it just has like the Nutcracker, Little Match Girl, Christmas Carol, but then other ones that I didn't know about, like The Haunted Man and the Ghost Bargain, Betty's Bright Idea, Tessa's Surprise, and just like a lot of classic ones. So I feel like this is one that I could like slowly read throughout the years. And yeah, it's just so freaking beautiful. Then I got this one last year from Barnes & Noble, I think around Black Friday, and it was on sale. This was like $40 normally, and I think I got it for $20. Pretty sure they still have this. This is The Night Before Christmas and Other Christmas Tales. So just another beautiful bind up, but it's like extra large, like a coffee table. Look how pretty. Again, gold sprayed edges, absolutely beautiful in pages, like very classic vintage looking. And then this one is like fully illustrated with like glossy photos, has like little illustrations, like very classic ones. So again, this one just has like the classic tales that we're used to, but also like the poem of The Night Before Christmas and a bunch of different things. So again, it's just another like kind of collector's thing to have that is stunning. Then I got a cookbook. So I got Elf Food by Kayla Gallagher. I have almost all of Kayla Gallagher's cookbooks now. I got one that was mermaid themed. I think she has one that is spooky themed, and I have a different Christmas one. And I made things from this just for fun for different readathons and things. And I was realizing that her recipes were incredible. Like sometimes I just use Pinterest for recipes. They don't always turn out the best because it's just like random bloggers and they don't always like make sure that they're good. But every recipe that I've used from Kayla is phenomenal. And some of them are like a little more difficult, but some of them are so easy and they're all stinking adorable. So I just got this one from Target during the buy two get one free. I think it's like 12 bucks right now. But I love all of her cookbooks. She's got another one called Dragon Food and just like really cute, but there's a lot of things in here that are easy to do as well. So excited. Almost done. The last three I am so excited about. I got this beautiful hardback of Once Upon a Christmas Past by Lori Langdon. I think this one is indie published, even though she has other published books like Olivia Twist and Dune. This is the regular hardback edition, but it is special edition right now. It has like snowflakes on the edges, and the naked book is like so pretty. I don't know if it's gonna look this way forever, but it is right now. This one just released on like the 12th of November, and all of the pages have like this cool border. It's a short book, and this is kind of like a sequel to A Christmas Carol, and we're following like the Cratchit family, and they all have different shenanigans happening. There's like a romance in here, and it just sounds really, really incredible and magical. And I mean, I need all the Christmas special editions because I love the holidays so much. I'll link the Amazon link for this down below because I'm not sure how long she's gonna do the sprayed edges and things. There's currently not a picture of it on the hardback version, but this is what you'll get as of right now when you order the hardback. I think she was just having difficulty getting Amazon to work with her, but I pre-ordered it and I'm so pumped. And lastly, but not least, is, of course, Spectacular by Stephanie Garber. This is a holiday novella set in the Caraval world, which is one of my all-time favorite series. YA fantasy, romance, magical, just amazing. It's also connected to the Once Upon a Broken Heart series. This one is not, but like Caraval and them are kind of set in the same world. So this is the exclusive Barnes & Noble edition that I pre-ordered. It is beautiful. Has these cool end pages, gold foiling. I think all of the hardback editions are illustrated. I'm not sure how different they are, but look how freaking Christmassy this is. I'm definitely reading this for the readathon. Incredible. It's beautiful. Then my friend posted about the Waterstones edition, and another sweet friend got it for me as a Christmas present. She gave it to me early so that I could film it and use it for the readathon and everything, which is so kind. Now I have 2 copies, so I hope I love it. This is the Waterstones edition. I'm not sure if this is still available or not. No edges or anything, but I love this like ballerina snow globe. And then my favorite part is there is a gingerbread house on the naked book. It's also blue. Waterstones is set in the UK. It also has these end pages from the Library of, but they ship to the US. I believe it's free shipping as well. I think the illustrations are the same in here as the other book. I'll have to investigate to see, But it is so beautiful. So now I have 2 copies, and this one has like a little bookmark built in as well. I hope I love this book. I'm so excited for it. It looks so Christmassy, and we're getting a belladonna holiday novella next year, which will just make my heart so happy. So very pumped. Okay, I hope you guys hung in there. I hope you enjoyed this super long book haul, but I wanted to give you guys a lot of ideas for fun holiday reads as well. Make sure to check out the description as well for other recommendation videos and TBRs, announcements, all kinds of fun things. We've got a few more holiday videos coming before I switch to kind of end of the year content, which will wrap up like my entire year of reading. So stay tuned for that. Make sure you subscribe if you haven't already, and follow me on Instagram at The Bright Side Girl, as I do a lot of holiday and reading content on there as well. And I will see you guys next time on The Bright Side.